All right, Scott, that was awesome meeting you. So, quick summary. So we're lacking some right hip internal rotation. We know on that right foot through the midfoot you have some hypermobility. So that's just structural there. If we can solidify this platform that you're striking the ground with, pop, pop, pop. Each time you go to land, you have a little bit less moment of collapsing into excessive pronation, which is not going to manifest itself as like this big thing on a video field, but knowing what we know about your hip, we can see how the two are linked together. That if I have these moments where I excessively collapse through there because I have a lack of structure, that contributes to increased moments of hip internal rotation, which you don't have or have a harder time with structurally, that we're trying to work and get back. So tripod balance is something I'd add in. So we got that 7 on the bottom of the foot, or that tripod piece right there, and you're just balancing. Start with everything flat, and then lift your 5 right toes, try and splay them in the air as best you can. It's normal if you feel your right butt cheek working a little bit more, because one of the functions of glute max is to externally rotate. If I take my toes out of the equation, all of a sudden I don't have that drive through the big toe to help push me into external rotation or like a more neutral position of the tibia. So lifting those toes out, all of a sudden my butt's like, oh shoot, I gotta work a little bit harder to keep everything lined up. So not a bad thing. Keep that solid posture like you have. You'll feel your butt working, and this will be a nice complement to the toes forward, lean forward piece that you were doing with neutral arches. There's another thing that I didn't show you that I'll take a second of your time to show you here. I'll show you from the side first. You have your right big toe in line with your left heel, okay? The only thing you do is you just shift forward and shift back. When you shift forward, you want to focus on keeping your 5 toes down. Specifically, your 4 lesser toes, right? So not your big toes. Here, as you shift forward, there's going to be a tendency of those guys to want to grip, because lacking some midfoot structural stability, you're going to want to make up for it with your toes. What you want to do is focus on being able to keep that load over that first right, over that big toe, and keep your toes flat so that you can get into this position when pop, pop, when your heels aren't kissing the ground and you're doing some harder strides or some sprint work where your toes aren't becoming overactive, and it's teaching you how to use that midfoot to kind of keep you in position there. Down the road, we can add in a foot lift, down, shift forward, come up all the way over the top to hit every rocker of the foot. For right now, I just work on shifting forward. It's a mindless thing to do. You can do it when you're if you're staying around cooking veggies, chopping stuff, getting ready to eat, just keeping those toes down. Don't let them scrunch up. So that's like a 1 step of a foot rocker. So tripod balance, hit it, a minute on each foot, morning and night. We have the foam roller we added in for thoracic side bend capacity. So set yourself up in a position. You can go through with the peanut, whatever you're doing to hinge. From that position, you can hold your head heavy and side bend. So it's like I'm trying to crunch right elbow towards right hip. I can extend back and get a little bit more hanging off the roller, and same thing. Opening up the capacity, even for the ribs, to articulate and slide and glide and move a little easier for you. That's a good first start to work on that numbness, tingling in the hand. If that doesn't clean it up and it's still there, let me know. We can shop out some stuff around the shoulder blade, which would be the next place to go to. All right, from shin box. Do keep your feet dorsiflexed, and it'll protect your knee a little bit, but find a bunch of 90-degree angles. Keep this kickstand present for now. Rotate over this trail leg, so your right leg in this case. Keep your chest facing that way, and just pick that leg up. If you want to go right hand on top of right hip, you're looking to see if you can build up to 50 of these, 5-0. Start with 20, 25. If you feel yourself starting to clench up in the lower back, I'd probably stop right there, but you're looking to build up to 50. Rock through those, turn and face forward. You can lean as far as you need to be able to now functionally internally rotate and lift up. Same thing, you're looking for 50 of those. Now the progressions of these two look like as follows. release some of the pressure through this kickstand, or eventually be able to come up into hands crossed or palms forward so you're rotated more over this leg. So that's the progression you're looking for. Same deal, 50. And progressing the internal rotation, you're just looking to come a little more upright. Don't try and cheat anything thinking that progressing is better right now. Work within your means, because you'll get this back at the rate at which your body will take it. So same deal on the left side here, rotating, kickstand, no kickstand, 50, 50. So you hit 50 on each side, 2 cycles. Foam roller, and then the last thing we'll get in for now at least, take you into this other room. I got the band set up on the treadmill. So you can pop in a normal position that you would for, I know you're saying you're using a yoga block, so kind of propping it up on something, that's fine. You can take your knee into these different corners to work on the different expression of that ankle as you're moving around. You can also go into that stanky leg position that I like to kind of hit a little bit higher up in these lateral and medial corners of the talus, and you shift forward to do that. So I just go up onto the front of my foot. So up on the front of my foot, and then take the knee in and out. My hip's kind of moving with it, so I'm protecting the knee the whole time. Foot stays planted, and it'll afford you some really nice mobility higher up the chain there. Go, man.